Greetings. Welcome back to the Morning Breadcast. I am Mark Christian, your host, and we are back in the year 2025. But we are going to continue in our study in the book of Jude, which is speaking about apostates, apostate ministers that have crept in unawares, Jude says. And we will notice that in the beginning of the New Testament, after the four Gospels, you have the Acts of the Apostles. And just before the book of Revelation, at the end, you have the book of Jude, which is the Acts of the Apostates. So we have been delving into this book because in the beginning, we noted that Jude said that he felt very compelled to tell us to contend earnestly for the faith, And that's important in a day when there's such deception out there. And we know that there are those that have crept in unawares that are teaching heresies and things that lead us astray. So we're going to pick up where we were last time, and we ended in verse 9 last year, and we are picking it up on verse 10, where it's talking about these those that have crept in unaware. And he says, but these, verse 10 says, but these speak evil of whatever they do not know, and whatever they know naturally, like brute beasts. In these things they corrupt themselves. Right? So the thought here is that these people that have infiltrated the assemblies speak from a carnal mindset. Right? They're speaking. You can always tell by listening to them that they're talking about carnal things. I mean, pay attention when you're around other Christians. Are they talking carnal or are they talking spiritual? And you should be able to discern by their fruits what they are, right? And notice in this verse that it says they have corrupted themselves because they feel they have gone astray, and they feel like they can do whatever they want in Christ, and they are in the brotherhood. And what we're told here by Jude is that they are not, and they are many different things, right? It says they're like brute beasts, and they corrupt themselves. Verse 11 says this, woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, have run greedily in the error of Balaam for profit, and perished in the rebellion of Korah. So let's take these three. These are three individual examples of people that have gone astray. Starting right from the book of Genesis, there were two sons, Cain and Abel. Abel brought a sacrifice to the Lord that was worthy of acceptance. Cain did not, right? Let's go to the next one, Balaam. Balaam was a prophet that sold out the children of Israel for profit, okay, for money. He prophesied against, the king hired him to prophesy against Israel. He could not, but what he did was he told the king how to corrupt the nation of Israel so that God would destroy them, okay, or judge them, right? So that's the error of Balaam. And the last one, he says, and they perish in the rebellion of Korah. So Korah was one of those that came out of Egypt, and there was a group of them that opposed Moses because Moses was leading the whole show, and I guess they wanted a piece of it. So they opposed Moses, and what did God do? He opened up the earth and swallowed them. So these are three examples of people that have gone astray. They were part of the group. They went in the other direction. Cain was the original group. He killed his brother Abel. Balaam was a prophet that sold out the children of Israel. He went in the wrong direction. And Korah tried to rebel and, take over the whole show, and was destroyed. So, needless to say. So, here we go. Let's pick it up in verse 12 where it says, speaking of these apostates, these are spots in your love feasts, while they feast with you without fear, serving only themselves. I want you to note that. They are clouds without water, carried about by the winds, late autumn trees without fruit, twice dead, pulled up by the roots. So here Jude compares these corrupted churchgoers as spots on a clean garment. He says they are spots in your love feast. So love feasts were the gathering of the saints back in those days. He called them love feasts, right? He also describes them as clouds that bring no rain for crops to grow. In other words, they're among you, but they give nothing spiritually that helps you grow. It seems like they have clouds that should bring some water and some rain that should help your fruit grow, but they got nothing. Okay? And thirdly, they're compared to trees without fruit, meaning their leaves are there, but there's nothing. They have nothing. All right? So it's important that Jude makes note that they have nothing spiritually to offer. It's interesting that he points out that these type of believers will be carnal by nature. Everything they offer, everything they have, everything they do is carnal by nature. They have no Spirit of God in them whatsoever, right? So what I want to do is I want to leave you with this today. What I said last year, I'm going to start this year with. Keep your knees on the ground, keep your nose in the book, and keep your ears to the Spirit of God, and you will be blessed. We'll see you again next time on the Morning Breadcast.